Homelessness is a growing national issue which has affected Nottingham significantly. We want to uncover the truth of our city and find out why homelessness is increasing.
Is homelessness increasing in Nottingham, or are we just noticing more? This is a question many of the local public will be asking themselves as they walk through the streets of Nottingham. We spoke to professionals and people of the public to find out if it's increasing, and if so, what is the cause. When we walked around the street and spoke to the public, we made sure to ask them what they think homelessness is and what they think if it's increasing and what they think the cause is. First question was, what would you define homelessness as? And then just
Not having like a home address, sort of nowhere to go.
yeah.
Yeah, not having like a safe place to stay probably.
Yeah.
I guess someone, this is so obvious, but I guess someone without a home, someone living on the street, sort of thing like that, yeah.
People sleeping on the street and trying to get undercover and struggling.
Anyone who doesn't have a stable place to live or have a roof over their head.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's more like consistency. Cause I'm still defined to be these like couch surfing as like kind of homeless. Cause they don't really have a place like call home.
It's
Or,
having
Definitely.
that stability.
yeah, like
Definitely.
permanency.
Yeah, definitely. And this second question was, do you think it's in Nottingham? Do you think homelessness is increasing?
Yes.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah.
They're making like little villages of their own now.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? I saw one with even tent. He had a
Yeah,
tent
definitely.
the other day. And because I catch the bus really early in the morning, it's awful to see them. You know?
I'd say it's going down because main reason is the guy on the line I haven't seen for ages, and I think a lot of this area has cleaned up a lot, and I think usually when I used to walk through town I see everyone down there and there's no one there anymore.
And in Derby, it's definitely increased around there.
Yeah.
And in Nottingham, I think it's
I would assume so from
yeah.
all the...
Yeah.
Because you see
Just
it,
over
you see
everything
it,
else.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a
couple of years of
national
plumbing.
trend.
Would you say, what do you think the main reason why then it's increasing?
Cost of living,
Cost of
everything's
living.
too
Yeah.
expensive, house prices are going
Definitely.
much more higher
A
than
lot of people can't even
average
afford like a
wage.
basic meal, so like
Yeah.
kind of rent prices nowadays.
Some of them, I think, are on drugs.
Drugs, yeah.
You can tell they're on drugs.
Drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
Because that's
yeah.
all they've got, really.
Yeah,
That's all they've
yeah,
got.
so that's what they...
That's their life.
So it's mental support.
Yeah, definitely.
They need to get them
Yeah.
off the streets and support mentally, physically.
To further our research, I volunteered at Emmanuel House to get a first-hand understanding of how serious this problem has become. After a long and insightful day, it was clear to see how tirelessly this charity works and how high the pressures are on their services. They truly are fighting a thankless and seemingly endless battle.
Earlier today, we had the pleasure of interviewing Emma from Emmanuel House, an independent charity based in Nottingham with a mission to prevent homelessness. They offer support such as help with housing and benefits, medical care, and also hot meals.
We're here with Emma from Emmanuel House. She is a marketing and fundraising assistant for the organisation. Hi Emma, how are you?
Hi, I'm all right, thank you.
So the first question, in Nottingham, do you believe that rough sleeping and homelessness in general is rising, and if so, why?
Yeah. We've seen since the pandemic, since the cost of living crisis, there are people rough sleeping a lot more, but we've also seen people who are part of a category called hidden homelessness. So there's a lot of people who are sofa surfing or sleeping in squats that you don't really see, but it is there still. So what we've found is in our most recent head count in Nottingham, that's done by a different charity called Framework. In their most recent rough sleeping head count, they found 65 people. So that is including people who were put into emergency accommodation because it was a really cold night. So it was 44 plus 21 who needed to be into accommodation because it was under 0 degrees. But the fact that they found 44 people sleeping on the streets during under 0 degrees,
Yeah,
it
that's
just shows.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So obviously we know Emmanuel House offer help with housing and accommodation, but what would you say you also primarily help with?
So we run. We run the day centre, which is a drop-in. So people, they don't have to book ahead. They can just come right into the support centre in Hockley. We do breakfast for people, so it's like beans on toast, cereal, that kind of thing. They can also have a hot shower. They can have access to a toilet, clean clothes. We can do their laundry for them if they need it. And then we can also do hot lunches for people on weekdays, except for Wednesdays. from 1 till 2 o'clock. We do also do activity sessions to help people with their well-being. So what we're finding is a lot of people, they are struggling to recover from the trauma of homelessness.
Yeah.
So we have different groups that they can take part in if they feel like they need just a bit of time away from the busy city centre, to just have a bit of time with people who have gone through the same thing, and just to kind of relax a little bit.
That's really good, yeah.
We know you work closely with rough sleepers, but is there anything they've told you about their experiences that have really surprised you?
Yeah, I mean, there's good and there's bad. So if you're thinking about the bad experiences, people have talked about how they've been kicked, they've been spat at, and all of those things. You know, the surprising good side of things is like the community that people kind of become a part of. Now that's a double-edged sword, because people, they might become a part of the community and then it makes it a bit harder for them to you know, move on from homelessness. So that's another thing where it can be really isolating, actually, when you are trying to fight your way out of it, but then there's no one around you who can, you know, relate to that. So that's another reason why we have the activity sessions, to provide that escape from isolation.
Yeah, that's really good. Well, obviously there's a lot of stereotypes around people who rough sleep or are homeless having like alcohol issues, drug issues. Would you say that that is one of the main reasons, or would you say there's more other sort of causes to homelessness?
Yeah, well, when we're talking about causes, one of the main things that we see is a relationship breakdown. That's the kind of catalyst as to why someone might become homeless. So yeah, they might have been kicked out of their parents' home, or maybe they were in a relationship that they broke up and they didn't have anyone to turn to, anywhere to go. Sometimes, you know, it might be drugs and alcohol, but quite often, if someone's become homeless, it's then that they fall into the substance misuse. Before that, it might be a different reason. You know, we've seen people who have lost their jobs, or a lot of the time there's been difficult health reasons that someone has kind of fallen into homelessness over time.
Well, thank you for coming in today, Emma, and thank you for watching. If there's anything you can do by donating food or clothes, that would be really appreciated.
Thank you for watching. We hope to have opened your eyes to the bigger picture surrounding homelessness in Nottingham, and to have inspired you to help other people who are in need.